Namaskar everyone, myself Dr. Priyanka Verma. Today we shall be discussing about the Gedit text editor, its features and how exactly it works. So firstly in fact I'll share a presentation with all of you regarding the Gedit text editor, and then I'll even show the interface to all of you just to show as how the Gedit text editor works. So let me share my screen with all of you. Okay. So the Gedit text editor. So what is Gedit text editor? Gedit is a powerful text editor. It is simple as well as easy to use, and it basically is the default text editor which was created for Ubuntu Linux operating system. So it is a GUI text editor which was specifically created for the Linux operating system. But since we are working with the Windows operating system, so in this presentation itself, I have shared a link with all of you through which you can access the Gedit or edit online text editor. That means you would be able to access this particular editor online. So all of you can click on this particular link and you would be able to access the editor. Now, the next question that arises is what are its features? So, the various features are like cut, copy, paste, undo, and redo, just like any other editor. Apart from this, we have find and replace feature. The spell check feature is there. Line numbers is an interesting feature. So basically, gedit is not just about typing in the HTML codes. We can even type in the programming language codes also. So, if in case we want to debug our code and we want to identify that particular line where the error is coming, so that identification can happen by activating the line numbers. Plus, we can wrap our text, we can even highlight the current text. Now it has another interesting feature which is called as tabbed windows. So in a single interface, we can work with multiple windows. So let's say I have opened up page 1.html, page 2.html, page 3.html. So all these three files, they are going to be visible in the same interface. So that concept is called as tabbed windows. Another feature is that it allows us to highlight the syntax. So whenever we are working with multiple programming languages, the syntax gets highlighted. It keeps the track of open and close brackets, but for this we have to enable that particular preference. So in this presentation itself, I'll share that window also with you, which will show how to enable this particular feature. Now, the last and the most important feature is the plugin feature. So that again is shown towards the end of its presentation. Plus, it allows us to automatically save and backup the files. So whenever we create a file, it gets automatically saved. Now, who can use Gedit text editor? The editor can be used by programmers, it can be used by project managers, the authors. So, anyone who wants to work with text files, that particular user can access the Gedit text editor. So this is how the interface appears to be. On the top, we have the menu bar. So this particular section, the file edit section is called as the menu bar. Then this particular section, which contains the new app open and the save options, is called as the toolbar. This is the tab. Then this is the display area, the area where we do the entire editing. This is the status bar. The status bar displays the line number and the column number where we are, plus it even displays the mode in which we are. So the topmost bar is the menu bar. Then we have the toolbar, which contains the most commonly used menus. Then there is a display area where we do all the editing and the typing. Plus it even contains the name of the file. So if you see, there is an asterisk sign near the name of the file. So this asterisk sign specifies that the file has not yet been saved. Once we will save the file, so this asterisk sign would disappear, right? Then there's a status bar which displays the line number and the column number, and it even displays the mode in which we are. There are two modes, overwrite and insert. By default, we are in the insert mode. So this is the multiple tab concept, which was one of the features of the Gedit text editor. If you see, this is the first tab and this is the second tab. So if I'll open another file, namely page1.html, so that is will also get displayed in this particular section. Now, the next important feature is editing the preferences. So, if in case we want to activate the line number feature or we want to activate the highlight current line feature, so for enabling all these preferences, we need to go to the edit menu option. From the edit menu option, we need to select the preferences. I'll even show it to all of you. So when we will click on the preferences, we can enable any of these preferences by clicking on this particular checkbox. So let's say I want to enable the current line highlighting. So I can click on this particular checkbox and the current line, the line wherever I would be, that particular line will be highlighted. The last feature is the plugin feature. Now, what is plugin? Plugin is basically any additional functionality that we want to add to the Gedit text editor through a software component. So we again need to click on the edit menu option. We need to select preferences. We need to move on to the last tab, which is the plugin tag. And from this plugin tab, we can select any of the additional plugin that we want to add. Like let's say, for example, we want to activate the change case plugin. So I need to click on this particular checkbox. The moment I'll click on this particular checkbox, automatically the case of the selected text would be changed. So this is all about the features of the Gedit text editor. Now let me show you how the Gedit text editor works. So this is the first window which pops in when you will select the Gedit text editor. This is the menu bar. This is the toolbar as already discussed with all of you during the presentation. This is the tab. So whatever content we need to type, we can type in over here. Like I am creating my HTML page. So I will type body, right? Now whatever content I want should get displayed inside body. So I'll type that particular content. Now can you see this asterisk sign has been displayed? So this asterisk sign means that the file has not yet been saved, right? So I click on file, I click on save as. I'll select that particular folder where I want to save my files. So I have saved all my files inside this particular folder. So if you can see, all my HTML files are already existing over here. So I'll enter the name for my particular web page, which is going to be, I'll make it page 3, right? Then you need to select all files from here and then just simply click on save button. So now my file is saved. Now, if you have noticed, after saving the file, the color has also changed. So this color is just used to highlight the tags, right? Now, what are the other features? This is the status bar, which is just displaying the line number and the column number where we are, plus the mode. Currently, we are in the insert mode. Apart from this, if you want to open any existing files, so you can click on the open menu option. Just select the particular file you want to open and click on open. So the file is going to get opened up. Now, next is about the preferences which we had discussed in the presentation. If you want to insert the date and time, you can select this particular menu option in whichever format you want to insert. Click on insert. So date and time is going to get inserted. If you want, you can move the date and time to the body section so that it is going to get displayed along with the content, and then simply click on save, right? Now we will see the preferences section. So if in case you want that the line numbers should be displayed, so you can click on the display line numbers checkbox. If you want to highlight the current line, you can click on this particular checkbox. If you see, the line numbers have been displayed and the current line has got highlighted, right? Apart from this, there's a plugins option which we had discussed in the presentation. So if in case I want to activate the chain case plugin, so I can select this particular plugin, right? Spell check plugin has already been activated. Plus, if in case we want to enable the sorting plugin, so we can enable the sorting plugin also from here, right? Now, the two toolbars, which is toolbar and status bar, are already active because the checkbox has been enabled. But there is another option, side pane. So, if in case you want to see all the files which are there in the tab and you want to know the name of the files, so that can be done with the help of this side pane activation. So, the moment you will click, it's just like a file explorer. So whatever files are currently open, all those files can get displayed inside the document section if you will activate the side pane option. Now, if you want to search for some text, you can click on find and replace option. Find is obviously used to search for that particular text, and if in case you want to replace the current text with a new text, so you can click on the replace option. If you want to go to one particular line, which is the go to option, so you can select that particular go to option, just enter the line number where you want to go. So if you see, the cursor will move to that particular line. So if you want to automate the check spelling, you can click on this auto check spelling. So automatically the check spelling feature will get activated. If you want to close the document, you can click on close all document. If you want to get help, you can press the F1 key, right? So this is all about the interface of the Gedit text editor. Now let's move on to the file manager where all our files are visible. So these are all the files which I have already created. So if in case you want to see any particular file, so you can just click on that particular file. You can click on open and edit. So it will display that particular file to you. If in case you want to see the code, so you can click on the preview option. So the preview option will make the code visible to you, right? Apart from this, sometimes it can happen that whatever formatting you did, that formatting is not visible, right? That means when we clicked on open and edit option, we could not see the formatting. So what do we do? Firstly, we will check the code that actually the code is correct or not. If in case we are very sure that yes, the code is correct, so then you can click on this download option. This download option will download that particular file for you. So if you see, this table.html is getting downloaded. The moment it is downloaded, you can click on open table.html. Wait, I clicked on the wrong file. So I need to download this particular file. So this is how the file appears to be, right? So if in case the formatting, because if you will see over here, the formatting is not visible, right? But we wanted to see that how the border color appears to be. So what I did was I downloaded that particular file. And once I downloaded that particular file, so now the formatting is visible to me, right? So you can download any particular file. If in case you want to copy or cut any particular file, so you can copy and cut from here. So these are all the features about the Gedit text editor. So I hope through this presentation and through this video, the entire concept of Gedit text editor is clear to all of you. If in case you have any doubts and queries, you can always get back to me. Thank you so much for listening everything and for being so patient. Thank you.